Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Tammy Talks here. Let's talk Married at First Sight, Season 15, Episode 11, Back to Our Future. If you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns on various TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So if you enjoy that type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel, thumbs up the video, and hopping into the comment section. So let's talk Nate and Stacia. So it starts off with them talking to Dr. Pepper, and she wants to make them happy with how they resolve their conflicts, their arguments, their disagreements with everything. So Stacia said that they struggled early on with pacing. She moves very quickly. You know, she's ready to come all in, say I love you, get to planning, start making babies, building a house. Like, she's ready to do it all. Nate, on the other hand, moves more slowly than she does. So Dr. Pepper tells her, you didn't marry yourself, which I thought was hilarious because they were dressed alike for some reason. And, you know, y'all got this theory that they could be related because they favor each other. I don't think they look alike. We know that Stacia's father was white, I believe. We know that Nate's mother was Asian. So I don't know why y'all think that they're brother and sister. Nonetheless, they looked at each other. It was like the Spider-Man. Cracked me up. But so she tells Stacia, don't expect people to move the way that you do or the way that you want them to. So just because you're a person that you do things a very certain way, you're able to navigate through life, through different obstacles and stuff in a certain way, you can't expect everybody else to be able to move in that same pace that you do. So Nate feels that he is a very matter-of-fact person at times. So when he says a lot of things, it's just very matter-of-fact. Dr. Pepper said it's because he was raised by a man and probably used to living in a house without a woman's input. We all know that men and women interact and communicate in different ways. So while women are more into storytelling and examples and long-winded communication, men are very straightforward, to the point, very few words, very matter-of-factly. So that's something that both Stacia and Nate have to both kind of work on, adapting to each other's communication styles. So Dr. Pepper points out that there needs to be more active listening. So because you are more matter-of-fact, you know, do back some probing questions, have some input back when she's talking, so that way she knows that you're not only paying attention, but that you're into the conversation as well. He turns and asks Stacia, has he been better with, you know, inquisitive questions and stuff like that? And she says, yeah, he's getting better now. So Dr. Pepper tells him, when they're having these discussions and they're getting into it over something, to start telling her, like, letting her know, I'm angry, I'm upset, but I'm not going anywhere. Because we know that Stacia's fear is that he's going to, like, run off and leave her and all this other type of stuff. So it's just giving her that added reassurance that she might need. So Dr. Pepper then tells them another thing to do when they're having tougher discussions is to hold hands. Because nothing says I love you more than I'm ready to cuss you out because you didn't do something that I needed you to do for me, than us linking hands and intertwining so I can squeeze the shit out of your hand. Okay. Stacia said that her mother told her the exact same thing. Because Dr. Pepper said when you're holding hands, when you're in a disagreement, it reminds you that you are a team. They then revealed that they have consummated their marriage. Duh. And Stacia said that it made her more secure in the marriage once they consummated. I don't know why, but she said it made her more secure in the marriage. Stacia reads her note to Nate. They're outside by like a gas fireplace. And her note was just kind of how she was never popular in school, but don't worry about fitting in. You're going to do great. You're going to do all these amazing things, blah, blah, blah. It's the typical things that everybody says in their notes, which is why it's kind of weird example that they keep doing every single year. Nate reads his note, said that he was very awkward and introverted in high school. So because of that, he kind of struggled, but don't worry about fitting in. You'll find your people, yada, 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 that type of stuff as well. They have a very, very good discussion while they're going through and reading these notes to one another. And Stacia likes that how while he's communicating, he's being more and more vulnerable, more and more open, and she feels like he's really going deep. Had you had just given him a chance before, this could have, y'all little tiff could have been avoided. Stacia has to relax. I still don't think that Nate is as into her as she is into him, but I still need to give him some time. So Nate took Stacia to one of his childhood homes. He was telling her how he used to stay out here and play, had to be home by the streetlights, all the typical things that we hear. He liked it there because his father let him go outside and meet new friends. He talks about throwing a rock and busting out somebody's window, and then his father showed up. And Stacia was asking him how he was able to get through as a single dad raising a son. And his father gets visibly emotional. You can tell that his father really loves him, really connects with him, is really proud of him. And Stacia is tearing up because she's clearly an empath. And Stacia's tearing up, and she asks Nate if she can wipe her nose on his shirt. I said, on the front? You ain't gonna at least do it on the back of his shirt so he has a jacket on? Girl, if you don't do the rest of us and do a... and then go get you some sanitizer when you get back to the car. But don't do that stuff. Hit on the black shirt at that. Now it's just gonna look like... Okay. But his dad was just saying, this is what you do as a father. I had to get through it, I did the best that I could, blah, blah, blah. Nate says that's the first time he's kind of ever seen his father get emotional like that. He's never really seen his father cry. Stacia then talks about how when Nate met with her mom and her people, how Nate got emotional talking about his father as well. So they're clearly very close. They have a really good bond with one another. And we love to see a black man taking care of his children because the media will have you think that they don't. Okay? So then Stacia talks about how she used to make purses. So she said that she used to make purses. She would make jean purses in school for some of her classmates, and then she would go to the mall to get them embroidered with their name on it, and then she would sell it. I said, oh, so y'all can start selling purses and shit together. Nate talks about how he used to sell sticks of gum to people for $0.25, and people on Twitter was acting like that was crazy. Y'all wouldn't pay $0.25? I mean, if you're in high school, you wouldn't pay $0.25 for a stick of gum? It's not that expensive. They said they always had the spirit of hustle within the two of them. They then go to the Mentos house, which is the family that Stacia lived with when she emancipated herself for her senior year of high school. And it's a white family. And this is how you know, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but when we say black don't crack, black don't crack. Because if you look at Stacia and you look at that girl, ain't no way on God's green earth that they are the same age. Life is kicking that lady's ass. Kicking it. Nonetheless, the mother is Mrs. Minto, Mama Minto, is talking about how Stacia's parents got a job. They wanted to move away, and it was her senior year of high school. So Mama Minto was like, no, she's been with these girls all this long. Let her graduate together with us, and they were able to. They let Stacia stay there. Now, I guess my thing is, you were this close to this family. This family let you stay there. And you haven't been back to that. You haven't been back to their house since high school. That you didn't know that they renovated. That it looked different in there. What's really going on, Stacia? On top of the fact that you say you emancipated yourself, this white lady, and no shade to her, but Mama Minto is saying that she told your mom that Stacia, that she can just stay with y'all. What's going on? It's not making sense to me. And then Papa Minto tells a story about how Stacia had a date and some guy was like outside blowing, and he didn't come like ring the doorbell or something like that. That meant like he had all the Botox in the world going on. If it is some type of medical condition, I don't mean any harm, but it looks like Botox. Like when people get Botox in their forehead. Nonetheless, let me know what you guys thought about Stacia and Nate. Like I said, a very lightweight episode. These episodes are boring. I hate the I almost called it a listener letter. I hate the letter to my younger self episode. But catch you guys in the next one.